Daniel chapter 7. So in the first year of King Belshazzar's rule over Babylon, Daniel had this gnarly dream, super intense night visions. So he jotted it all down, total diary vibes. He was, okay, so in my dream, the four winds of heaven were like shredding across the ocean, just whipping things up wild. And then, boom, four major beastie creatures rose out of the sea. Each one was a total original, no copycats. The first one was like this lion, but with eagle wings. Yeah, seriously. But then its wings got totally yanked, and it was, stand up dude, and got a man's heart. Major identity shift. Then came beast number 2. Straight up bear vibes, but kind of lopsided. It had 3 ribs like a leftover barbecue in its mouth, and the crew said, rise up and chow down, big guy. Then, third beast alert. It was a leopard but with wings. 4 bird wings on its back and 4 heads. Talk about multitasking. And yeah, it got the power to rule. Wild. Then the 4th beast entered and it was nightmare fuel. Super scary, ultra strong, chomping with iron teeth, crushing everything in its path, and next level compared to the others. It had 10 horns, which was intense. Daniel's all. I was peeping those horns when suddenly this mini horn pops up, like surprise, and 3 OG horns got uprooted. Then this tiny horn had eyes and a mouth that wouldn't shut up. Talk about overconfident. Then the scene shifts, like thrones are dumped and boom. The Ancient of Days, all wise and cosmic, takes a seat. He's decked out in snow-white threads with woolly white hair, and he's sitting on a flaming throne with fire wheels. Fire river streams out, and bazillions of beings were serving him. It was a divine court scene. The judgment started, and the books got cracked open. Daniel goes, so I kept watching, 'cause this little horn dude was running his mouth, and then bam, the beast got wrecked and torched. As for the other beasties, their ruling rights were revoked, but they got like a time extension to hang around a bit. Then Daniel's all. I saw this righteous surfer dude, like the Son of Man, riding in on the clouds. He cruised up to the Ancient One and got welcomed, total VIP style. And then he got it all, dominion, glory, and a kingdom that everyone, like every peep from every corner of the world, would serve him. And this rule? Forever, babe. No expiration date. Totally indestructible kingdom. So I, Daniel, was super bummed out in my soul core. These mind-blowing dream visions had me wigging out. I cruised over to one of the heavenly dudes standing nearby and was, bro, what does all this even mean? And he gave me the whole breakdown. He was, these mega beasties? They're 4 gnarly kings who are totally gonna rise up from the earth. But no worries, because the righteous crew, the saints of the Most High, they're gonna totally claim the kingdom and keep it forever. Infinity and beyond style. Then I was like, okay, tell me more about that freaky 4th beast. The one that's like next level scary, chomping iron teeth and brass claws, and just stomping everything to dust? And what's the deal with the 10 horns on its head, and especially that one little horn that popped up and knocked out 3 others? The one with eyes and a big mouth that couldn't shut up. I was watching it go full-on beast mode, totally picking a fight with the saints and winning, until the Ancient of Days rolled in, dropped righteous judgment, and handed the kingdom keys to the saints. Righteous justice, dude. And the heavenly dude was, okay, so here's the scoop. The 4th beast is a gnarly 4th kingdom that's way different from all the others. It'll munch the whole planet, stomp it, and smash it into splinters. The 10 horns? They're 10 kings from that kingdom. Then this one super weird king pops up later, and he'll take down 3 of the others. This guy is gonna talk mad trash about the Most High, wear out the saints majorly, and try to change time itself and rewrite the rules. And he'll get away with it for a time, 2 times, and half a time. But then the court of heavenly justice will sit down, and boom. His power gets totally taken away, destroyed for good. And then the kingdom, like all the rad glory under the sky, will be handed over to the Holy Squad, the saints of the Most High. His kingdom will be forever chill, and everyone will serve and obey him. And that's the end of the cosmic download. Honestly, Daniel, was majorly shook. My face went pale, and I was like, whoa. But I kept it all inside, deep vibes in my heart. Daniel chapter 8. So in the 3rd year of King Belshazzar's reign, I, Daniel, had this gnarly vision, kind of like the one I had before. In my dream, I found myself at the palace in Shushan, which is in Elam province, chilling by the Ulai River. I looked up and, whoa, there was this ram with 2 horns standing by the river. One horn was taller than the other, and the taller one popped up later. This ram was charging west, north, and south, and no other animals could stand against it. It did whatever it wanted and became super powerful. As I was pondering this, a he-goat came zooming in from the west, not even touching the ground. It had this prominent horn between its eyes. The goat charged at the ram with intense rage, ready to rumble. It smashed into the ram, broke its 2 horns, and knocked it down. The ram was powerless, and the goat trampled it. No one could rescue the ram. The goat became super great, but when it was at its peak, its big horn broke off, and 4 notable horns grew in its place, pointing in all directions. Then, from one of those horns, a little horn emerged and grew really big, heading south, east, and toward the beautiful land. It grew so powerful that it reached the heavens, knocked down some stars, and trampled them. It even challenged the prince of the heavenly host, stopped the daily sacrifices, and desecrated the sanctuary. Because of rebellion, the host was given over to it, and it cast truth to the ground, succeeding in whatever it did. Then I heard a holy one speaking, and another asked, "How long will this vision last? The daily sacrifices, the rebellion, the trampling of the sanctuary and host?" He replied, "It'll last for 2,300 evenings and mornings, then the sanctuary will be cleansed." So when I, Daniel, had that wild dream vision, I was trying to figure it out. Then, out of nowhere, this dude who looked superhuman just appeared in front of me. And I heard this voice, like echoing from between the riverbanks, and it was all, "Gabriel, bro, help the dude understand what's going on." So Gabriel came cruising over to where I was standing, and I was shook. I face-planted hard. But he was all, "Chill, dude. Listen up, 'cause this vision is about the end times and all that gnarly stuff." While he was chatting, I totally passed out, face down, nap mode activated. But he touched me and helped me back up. "Get up, sleepyhead." Then he was, "Alright, listen close. I'm going to explain what's going down at the end of all the drama. There's a countdown, and when it's up, boom, endgame. That ram you saw with the 2 horns? Totally represents the kings of Media and Persia. Double trouble, bro. And that scrappy goat with attitude? That's the king of Greece, for sure. And that mega horn between his eyes? First king, dude, big boss energy. When that big horn snapped and 4 smaller ones popped up, that means 4 mini-kingdoms are gonna rise from the ashes, but none of them will have the original dude's power. Later on, when the rebels max out their wickedness, this fierce-faced king will rise, super intense and into dark, cryptic vibes. He'll be crazy powerful, but it won't even be his own mojo. He'll wreck everything, succeed at shady stuff, and even go after the holy peeps like a total villain. This guy's all about sneaky strategies and ego trip. He'll act like he's bringing peace, but secretly wreck lives. He'll even try to flex on the Prince of Princes, but spoiler alert, he's gonna get wrecked without anyone even touching him. That whole evening-morning vision, totally legit, but keep it hush-hush, okay? It's not happening for a very long time. After that whole scene, I was wiped, totally sick and knocked out for days. But then I bounced back and went to work for the king again. Still, I was, whoa, what even was that? No one else got it. Daniel chapter 9. So in year 1 of Darius, the dude from the Mede fam who got crowned king over the Chaldean zone, I, Daniel, was flipping through the old scrolls, and I totally figured out that God told Jeremiah the prophet that the desolation of Jerusalem was going to be 70 years. Whoa. So I got super focused and turned my full attention to the big guy upstairs. I prayed hard, major fasting, wearing scratchy sack stuff and tossing ashes. So dramatic but necessary. And I was like, oh Lord, you're totally awesome and powerful. You keep your promises and show mercy to those who actually love you and stick to your commandments. But we seriously messed up. We sinned, we acted super shady, rebelled, and ghosted your whole vibe and your epic rules. We didn't even listen to your prophets, who were totally trying to warn our kings and our ancestors and literally everyone. You, Lord, are totally righteous and perfect. But us? Total embarrassment. Major facepalm moments. Judah, Jerusalem, and everyone you scattered worldwide, all because we blew it. Yup, we've got confused faces all over. Our kings, our princes, and our forefathers, because we sinned against you. Big time. But you, God? You've got the hookup when it comes to mercy and forgiveness. Even though we've been rebellious little gremlins. We straight up ignored your voice and didn't walk the path you laid out with the prophet. How clueless can you get? All of Israel ditched your laws and stopped tuning into your voice, and that's why the curse hit us like a gnarly wipeout, just like Moses warned. You, Lord, came through on your word. You said there'd be consequences, and boom. Major disaster, especially in Jerusalem. Nothing under the sun compares, dude. It was all in the law of Moses. Everything that happened, totally written down. And still, we didn't get our act together or pray or turn back to you or learn the truth. So yeah, you let it happen, Lord. You were keeping an eye on the sitch and brought down the heat. But you're still totally righteous because we weren't listening to your voice. Again. So Lord our God, you're the one who flexed and brought the crew out of Egypt with mad power. You got famous for it, and honestly, we've totally sinned and acted super bogus. Oh Lord, based on your mega-righteous vibes, could you please chill your anger and fury toward Jerusalem, your sacred mountain zone? Our sins and our fam's sketchy behavior made your city look so lame to everyone around. Now, God, hear this prayer plea from your dude, and let your awesome glow light up your sanctuary again. It's so abandoned. Do it for your rep. OMG, literally. Listen up and check us out. We're wrecked over here. We're not praying 'cause we're all that, but because your mercy is just that good. Please, Lord, hear us and forgive already. Jump in, do your thing, don't wait. It's for you and your crew, because we're all rolling with your name. So while I was talking, praying, spilling my own sins and Israel's, and begging God for mercy over his holy hangout spot, suddenly, mid-prayer, boom, Gabriel swooped in. I'd seen him before in my visions. Dude flew in so fast and touched me right around dinner time. He was all, yo Daniel, I'm here to drop some divine knowledge and holy understanding on you. The minute you started praying, God sent the word out. And here I am, because you're super loved, bro. So listen up and process this gnarly vision. Okay, get this. There's 70 weeks marked for your people and the holy city to shut down sin, make peace, bring in forever righteousness, seal the prophecies, and anoint the ultimate Holy One. So, from the moment the decree goes out to rebuild Jerusalem until the Messiah Prince shows up, it'll be 7 weeks, plus 62 more weeks. Streets and walls will get rebuilt, but it's going to be rough times, bro. Then after the 62 weeks, the Messiah's gonna get cut off. Not for his own crimes, though. And then some Prince Dude's people are gonna wreck the city and the sanctuary. It'll end in total chaos, like a gnarly flood of destruction. Full desolation incoming. This prince will sign a peace deal with tons of people for 1 week. But halfway through, he'll kill the sacrifices and worship. And with super gnarly abominations, he'll wreck it all, until the end comes and God just dumps judgment all over the mess. Daniel chapter 10. So in the 3rd year of King Cyrus of Persia, this totally major vision was dropped on Daniel, aka Belteshazzar. And whoa, it was legit. Super intense stuff was coming, and Daniel totally got the vibe. Okay, so for 3 whole weeks I was bummed out and in full-on mourning mode. I didn't touch anything tasty, No pastries, no burgers, no wine. I didn't even moisturize, babe. I was in full fast mode. On the 24th day of the first month, I was chilling by the river Hiddekel, just trying to clear my head. Then I looked up and, whoa! There was this dude in linen with a gold belt that was next level glam. His bod was glowing like a gemstone. His face lit up like lightning. His eyes blazed like fire. His arms and legs looked like polished bronze, and his voice? It was a million voices echoing. Total cosmic boom. I was the only one who saw it. The guys with me totally freaked and bailed. Even though they didn't see the vision, bad vibes hit them hard. So I was all alone in seeing this trippy vision, and I just lost all strength. I went from cute prophet to pale and passed out real quick. I heard his voice, and bam, I dropped like a log, face down, deep sleep zone. Then this hand tapped me, and I was awkward turtle on my knees and palms. He was all, "Yo Daniel, you're totally loved. Listen up and stand tall, I've been sent just for you." And I was trembling noodle mode, but I stood up. Then he said, "Chill out, Daniel. From the first second you decided to seek truth and humble yourself, your prayers were heard. I'm here because you asked, bro." But the Prince of Persia, total buzzkill, blocked me for 21 days. Thank goodness Mikey, the Archangel dude, came to back me up so I could finally make it here. Now I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen to your peeps in the future. This vision is way ahead in the timeline, dude. After he said all that, I just face planted again. Couldn't even find the words. Fully muted by awe. Then one who looked like a super chill human touched my lips, and I could finally talk again. I was, my guy, this vision wrecked me. I'm totally wiped out. How am I supposed to chat with someone as epic as you? I have zero energy and I can barely breathe. Then another touch from the mystery man. It was like a divine energy drink. I was back on my feet, kind of. And he said, "Dude, you're so loved. Don't freak out. Peace out, be strong, extra strong." And just hearing that boosted me, so I was, alrighty then, keep talking, because I'm finally vibing again. Then he said, "You know why I came, right? I'm heading back to brawl with the Prince of Persia, and FYI, the Greek prince is up next. But I'm gonna show you what's written in the ultimate truth scrolls. No one's backing me in this, except for Mikey, your top angel bro." Daniel chapter 11. So in year 1 of Darius the Mede's rule, I was there, standing strong and backing him up, like a spiritual hype man. Okay, so here's the deal. I'm gonna drop some truth bombs. There's gonna be 3 more kings in Persia, but then this 4th guy? He's gonna be loaded, like Megarich, and he'll use all that bling to start drama with Greece. Then this ultra-powerful king will rise up, rule like a boss, and do whatever he wants. But just when he's at the top of his game, boom. His kingdom's gonna get shattered like a busted surfboard. It'll be split in all directions, not going to his fam or anything. Total transfer to random peeps. The king of the south is gonna be strong, but one of his squad? Even stronger. He'll take control and build a major empire. Later on, they'll try to patch things up, like a political rom-com. The southern king sends his daughter to marry the northern king, but spoiler alert, it totally doesn't work out. She loses her power, her crew gets dumped, and it all falls apart. But wait, plot twist. One of her fam will rise up, rally an army, storm the northern kingdom's castle, and win the battle. He'll even snatch up their fancy gods and golden swag and haul it all back to Egypt like a flex. He'll outlast the northern king too. Longer reign, for sure. Then the southern king will take a quick road trip north, but after that, he's gonna head back home. But the northern king's sons are gonna get fired up and gather this massive army. One of them is gonna charge through like a tidal wave, wipe out everything, and then head back to reinforce his turf. This ticks off the southern king big time, so he throws down in battle. He wins and takes a huge army captive, score. But even with that big win, he doesn't keep the power high. He gets a little cocky, takes down like 10,000 enemies, but it doesn't really stick. Power fades. Northern King? Not done. He regroups, brings an even bigger army, and comes back stronger and richer after a few years. Meanwhile, a whole bunch of folks rise up against the Southern King. Even rebels from your people try to make their dream kingdom come true, but epic fail, bro. Then the Northern King shows up again, builds siege ramps, and takes over super strong cities. The Southern defenses? They just can't handle the heat, not even their elite warriors. Total wipeout. So this dude coming against him? He's gonna do whatever he wants, no one can even hang with him. He rolls into the VIP zone, aka the glorious land, and just devours it with his own gnarly power. Then he's gonna go all in, bringing the full weight of his kingdom, and some good peeps too, and he's all, here, bro, marry my daughter, trying to use her to manipulate stuff. But, plot twist, she's not into it and doesn't have his back. After that, he sets his sights on the islands and grabs a bunch, but then some royal dude steps in, reverses the embarrassment, and throws the shade right back at him. So the dude tries to go back home and chill, but oops, he wipes out and disappears from the scene. Next up, tax guy. He's all, let's raise some serious coin, but he doesn't last long. No drama, no war. He's just gone. Then this sketchy dude shows up, not even supposed to be king. But he slithers in all chill and flattering, and bam, he snags the throne without anyone noticing. His enemies get totally steamrolled like a gnarly wave, and even the Covenant Prince gets wrecked. After making shady deals, he's like, let's fake it till we make it, and becomes super powerful with just a tiny squad. He strolls into the cushiest places like, what's up, and does stuff no one in his royal fam ever dreamed of. He spreads around all the loot and treasure like it's Christmas, and starts plotting on fortresses for a while. Then he rallies his bros and charges the Southern King with a monster army. The Southern King is, oh it's on, and gathers his own epic army, but he totally chokes. Some dudes on his own team mess him up with sneaky plans. Even his own buffet buddies betray him, his army collapses, and like so many fall in battle. It's a total disaster. Both kings sit at the same table, sipping on lies, trying to out-scheme each other, but it doesn't work because the clock hasn't hit God's big finale yet. So homeboy goes back to his turf, loaded with riches and a serious grudge against the Holy Agreement. He does some wild stuff and then heads home. Later on, he makes another move on the south, but this time, totally not like before. The vibes are off, because ships from Chittim show up and he's like, no way, bro. So he gets super salty, lashes out at the holy deal, and links up with sellouts who bailed on it. His crew takes over the temple fortress, shuts down the daily rituals, and sets up this ultra-gross, no-chill thing that ruins everything, aka the abomination of desolation. He tricks those who already ditched the deal with smooth talk, but the real ones, the ones who know their God, they stay strong and rise up. The wise ones spread the truth to tons of peeps, but it gets gnarly. They get slashed, burned, captured, and robbed for a long time. It's rough, dude. So when the good guys start getting wrecked, they'll get just a little help, you know? But then a bunch of fake fans start clinging to them, all sugary sweet with their bogus flattery. And even the wise ones totally wipe out sometimes. But it's all part of the process, bro. It's to test them, scrub their hearts clean, and get them shining bright. This gnarly stretch goes all the way to the end, because the clock's still ticking on God's divine surf calm. That king dude? He's gonna do whatever he wants. Major ego trip. He's gonna think he's more epic than any god and start smack-talking the big kahuna upstairs. And he'll keep thriving until the holy rage runs its course, because what's been set is gonna totally go down. He won't even care about the god his fam used to worship, or be into girls, or any other god for that matter. He's all about hyping himself up to the max. Instead, he'll be all worship the god of power, man. and he'll throw mad bling, gold, silver, sparkly rocks at this new rando deity his ancestors never even heard of. He'll back this unknown god in all the toughest spots, flexing that fame and glory. He'll give his faves big roles and hand out land like party favors, just for the cash. Then, when the end times roll in, bam, King of the South makes a move. But the King of the North? Dude comes in like a cyclone with mad horsepower, chariots, cavalry, full-on naval attack. He blitzes through nations like a tidal wave. He rolls right into the glam land, totally wrecks it. Lots of countries go down, but somehow Edom, Moab, and the VIPs of Ammon dodge the bullet. He's gonna lay his hands on a ton of territories. Egypt's toast, no chance of escape. He'll snag all the gold and silver and shiny treasures of Egypt, and even the Libyans and Ethiopians are gonna be trailing in his wake. But yo, bad news from the east and north freaks him out big time. So he goes beast mode, rampaging like a maniac, trying to obliterate everyone. He sets up camp in the prime spot, between the seas on the sacred mountain. Looks all royal and stuff, but then, game over, bro. He's totally done for, and no one's gonna be there to bail him out. Daniel chapter 12. So at that time, Michael, the big angel bro who's totally got your back, he's gonna rise up for your people, Daniel. And dude, it's gonna get gnarly, like the worst chaos ever. But don't freak. Everyone whose name is totally written in the book, they're gonna be saved. And check it, lots of peeps who are snoozing in the dirt, they're gonna wake up, some to epic eternal life, and others to major shame and bad vibes forever. The wise ones, they'll be glowing like the sky on a clear Malibu morning. And the ones who helped others get their hearts right, they're gonna shine like the stars, forever and ever, babe. But you, Daniel, my dude, zip it. Lock the scroll and seal the tea till the end. People are gonna be zipping around the globe and info's gonna blow up totally exponential. Then I looked around and whoa, there were two other guys, one on each side of this super chill riverbank. And one of them shouted to the linen-clad dude who was floating over the water, "Yo, how long till all this rad stuff wraps up?" And the floaty guy raised both hands to the sky and was, "I swear on the Eternal One, this is gonna go down for a time, times, and half a time. Once the holy people get totally scattered, that's when the endgame is donezo." I was hearing all this, but I didn't get it. So I was all, "Excuse me, my lord, but what's the finale gonna look like?" And he told me, "Just cruise on, Daniel. This stuff's top secret till the countdown hits 0. Lots of folks are gonna get cleaned up, purified, and tested hardcore. But the wicked? They'll keep being all shady and won't get a clue. Only the wise ones will get what's up. Oh, and when they yank away the daily sacrifices and put up that super gross abomination thing, it'll be 1,290 days of total mess. But major blessings to anyone who chills and hangs in there till day 1,335. That's faith goals. As for you, Daniel, just keep walking your path till it's all said and done. Then you'll rest up, and at the finale, boom, you're gonna rise and claim your spot totally epic reward style.